So in order to get this structure going, we're going to add some classes to the divs. And we're going to create a file called layout.css. CSS can get really messy, and I like to structure my CSS so that it's kind of intuitive as to where you'll find the code for it, because you'll get all kinds of crazy things happening. You'll be like, where is it getting this command from? We need to import this new CSS file in app.css. And then we'll give each of these divs a background color. And this is just how I like to do it. Nobody likes fixed positioning, but that's how I do it all the time. You can do it your own way. I'm going to add position fixed to all of them. And you're going to see them all collapse on each other. There we go. You could use grid or flexbox. I like using position fixed because you can just tell the divs wherever you want them to go. You just have to specify the top left corner and the width and the height, and it'll go anywhere on the page wherever you want it to go. And it's so much more intuitive than using flexbox. And if you want to make changes, it takes like a fraction of the time. The only problem is there's a lot of algebra and calculating involved. So if you don't like doing that, then, or if you're just used to the other way, that's fine. This is just how I do it. So I also like to use units of VH and VW, which will make all of the divs shrink and grow with the size of the window. So you don't have to worry about breakpoints. It's a lot easier to program that way. Not very many web pages do it that way. So again, you can do this however you like. This is just how I do it. So let's give each of these divs a height. These three columns all have the same height. There we go. They're still on top of each other. Let's set the top of each of the three columns to be 10, so it'll be right below the header. There we go. And the footer can have bottom 0. There we go. All right, so they're separated vertically. Header and footer will be 100% of the width, so VW this time. And they're stretched across the screen. And let's set the width of the columns to say 20, 60, and 20. That's VW again. Save. But they're still on top of each other there. So we have to set left. For column 2, it's going to be the width of column 1. So left is going to be 20. Save that, and it moved over. Now we just got column 3 and column 1 are on top of each other, so let's move over column 3. And this one's easy. Just set the right to be 0. There we go. Look at that. Instant web page. All right, I'm just going to remove all these labels from the layout. There we go. And I'll just change this background color. I put it dark to be able to see it better, but I'll make it white now. There we go. So this structure is fairly easy to change. Say we want to make a narrower header and footer. Change this to say 6. And this to say 8. If we save it, we're going to see some gaps there. So we have to make it all add up to 100. So 6 plus 8 is 14. So these all have to be 86 in height. Save that. We also have to change the top to be the height of the header, 6. Save it, and the gaps are gone. But there's a way we can make changes a lot easier using CSS variables. So right at the top, the syntax is :root. We'll call a variable, use dash dash, and then header height. I'll say 6 VH. Footer 8 VH. Then we can calculate the height of the columns. Columns height. And we use something called calc. I'll say 100 VH, so the height of the window, minus var header height, minus var footer height. Now we can replace all these manual heights with the variables. And we also need to change the top in terms of these new variables. So all 3 columns will have the top as the height of the header. So if we save it, everything should stay the same. Oh, I didn't notice. There's too many vars here. Alright, now everything still looks the same. Okay, now we'll set up variables for the widths. And we'll set column 2 width in terms of column 1 and column 3. That's why it's putting those extra vars in. And we'll put these variables in down here now. So this width is column 1 width. Column 2 left is going to be the width of column 1. And if we save it, we shouldn't see any changes. Looks the same. So now it's really easy to change it. We can make all these things really small. Header and footer, left and right column. There we go. That was pretty easy. We can also make it really big. Let's say 45. We just need to change the colors of this to make it look better. But there we go. Now, if you want to make changes, it's just a matter of changing a few numbers, and it's quick and easy. Just change them back. And I'll just show you how when you shrink the window down, it shrinks with it. But the words don't shrink with it. We can change that too. So if we go to home.view, right now it's the Tailwind class 2XL. In Tailwind, you can set it in terms of VW, so text dash 1.5 VW. Save. All right. Now the text too gets smaller and bigger along with everything else. You can do that for images too. You just need to set the width to something relative like % or VW or VH. And that's it. In the next video, we'll do some default styling for headers that tend to be on all web pages. And we'll do the browser tab. We'll do the favicon and we can add some custom labels.